Hi everyone and welcome to a different dev blog. Today we have a Broken Arrow dev blog dev diary number 4. We've been waiting many months for this. I am so pleased that we finally have one. Obviously on the back of the Southern Next event, you've seen the gameplay there, you've seen the US Marine Corps trailer. It's on the channel, it's on their channel. Go watch it to your heart's content. Let's get on with the actual dev blog and the information they've given us here. So today it's all about the US Marine Corps Battle Group Specialization. And they've recently revealed the trailer, they say, and then they go on to say, in Broken Arrow, you cannot play with all the units at the same time. There are more than 150 per country with over 1,500 different unit customizations in total. And much like in some other games, before each battle you must select which units are part of your deck, and the first choice you have to choose is your specializations. Each country has 4 specializations. You must combine 2 to create a multiplayer battle group. That makes for 6 possible combinations or archetypes. Each specialization will propose totally unique units, so each archetype will feel totally different from the others. During the solo campaign, things will be less systematic, and the units you have access to will depend on the mission. So the US Marine Corps. Amphibious warfare is a speciality of the Marine Corps, but it works like a small independent army, and as a result is the most versatile battle group specialization of the USA. Now they note that some US Navy units have also been added to the specialization, so it should normally be called the Fleet Marine Forces, but since the majority is the USMC, units will be keeping that name. Now they go on to give us some actual units and some fantastic artwork, might I add. Really impressed with this. So first off, they're showing off some of the reconnaissance units. Scout Snipers. This pair of elite soldiers is the most stealthy unit of the USMC. The main shooter is equipped with the M40A5 or SASR sniper rifle, while the spotter carries a marksman rifle and a laser designated device to guide laser-guided ammunition. So I'm not sure what the functionality exactly will be there, but it sounds like they'll be able to laser designate targets or give a bonus to artillery or bombers that are firing on that particular area. Then there are Force Recon, a group of 6 men trained to progress discreetly on foot to infiltrate enemy lines. They bring with them a few AT-4 launchers, the intention being that they can ambush any light vehicles they might come across. Then of course there are the mighty Navy SEALs, a fireteam of 4 elite soldiers that can move rapidly in water, not just across ground, and they have access to a large panel of weapons and will always be a thorn in the enemy's side. I love the shot they've got of them here with all the breathing gear on as well. These recon units can be transported in a Humvee GMV, the ground mobility vehicle, a light version of the Humvee or the LAV-25, an amphibious armoured vehicle equipped with a 25mm chain gun. In addition to that, you can also access independent vehicles, the IFAV, Interim Fast Attack Vehicle, a Jeep-style vehicle that can be armed with a machine gun, a grenade launcher or a tow anti-tank missile. The JLTV RV Recon Vehicle equipped with advanced sensors and a remotely controlled turret that can carry a 30mm chain gun and a Javelin missile. They go on to say that surveillance drones can also be used to observe and designate targets. Fire Scout unmanned helicopters can also carry a DAGR guided rockets or Hellfire missiles to fight on their own. The MQ-4C Triton is not armed but observes enemy positions from high altitude, out of range of most weapons. They then go on to the infantry that will be available. So the Marine Rifle Squad, this is the backbone of the specialization. A big squad, 13 men equipped with the M27 assault rifles, the M38 marksman rifle and the MAAWS rocket launcher. Then there are the SMAW or SRAW fire teams. This group of 4 men equipped with 2 SMAWs or SWAWs rocket launchers. The first is reloadable rocket launcher firing multi-purpose unguided munitions, while the second is a more cumbersome disposable rocket launcher firing short-range guided missiles. Then there are the Dragon fire teams, a group of 4 men equipped with the M47 Dragon 3, a medium-range anti-tank guided missile. Look at that image, what a fantastic piece of artwork. Then finally, with a last included image here, are the Marine Raiders, a Marine Special Operations team comprised of 14 men. They specialize in close quarters combat and can clear a building in no time, however they lack anti-tank capabilities. These units can be transported in the AAVP-7A1, a large tracked amphibious armoured transport equipped with heavy machine gun and grenade launcher on the same turret. They also have access to the ACV, a more modern wheeled armoured transport equipped with a remotely operated turret that can be upgraded with a 30mm chain gun. Finally, the MTVR, Medium Tactical Vehicle Replacement. This is a truck that can carry troops as well as supplies. Beyond that, we get a massive list of what will be available, and there are some associated images included later, and I'm just going to stick them in the background while we go through these. Fighting vehicles, they get the M1A1 Abrams HC, the Heavy Common, second generation depleted uranium armor, and the M1A1. The Abrams FEP, Firepower Enhancement Package, third generation depleted uranium armor, and better optics. Both versions can be equipped with additional reactive armor, the ARAT. The M60A3 Patton TTS, this is an old tank of the Marines. The turret can be replaced to become an M728 combat engineer vehicle with a 165mm demolition gun, which is very efficient against buildings. The LAV-AT/ATM is a tow missile launcher based LAV chassis. It can fire 2 missiles in a row, including the TOW-2B top attack missile on modernized version. Then there is the JLTV TOW, a tow missile launcher on the JLTV platform. In comparison with the LAV-AT, it carries less missiles, must reload after each missile, and is not amphibious, so this is the cheaper option. Next up, we get a list of support vehicles. So first we have the LAV-M, an 82mm mortared on a LAV chassis. It can fire high explosive or smoke rounds with little delay. Next up is the LAV-AD, an anti-air module with 25mm Gatling gun and 8 Stinger missiles mounted on the LAV chassis. Then next up we have the HIMARS, rocket artillery mounted on a truck, can fire 6 227mm rockets with explosive warhead or submunitions, or a single ATACMS ballistic missile. The MADIS, a JLTV equipped with a 30mm chain gun and 2 Stinger missiles. Next up, there is the NMESIS. I think they're going for Nemesis with that one. 2 Tomahawk cruise missiles mounted on the JLTC platform. Oh, you can have a ground unit with Tomahawk cruise missiles on it. Nice. The LVSR, a heavy truck carrying up to 20 tons of supplies, can be fitted with the B-kit armor and self-protection weapon. Next up, we get the helicopters. The UH-1Y Venom, a light reconnaissance and transport helicopter that can be lightly armed with a pintle-mounted weapons and also a small 70mm rocket pod, either with unguided or guided rockets. Wow, they can have guided rockets in a rocket pod? That is obscene. AH-1W Super Cobra. This helicopter has been the main attack helicopter of the USMC until recently. Its 4 pylons can be equipped with rockets, anti-tank tow missiles or Hellfires, AIM-9 anti-air and AGM-122 anti-radiation missiles to target enemy units equipped with radars. Wow, so they even have anti-radiation missiles. That is a heck of a lot of armament options. Next up is the AH-1Z Viper, the newest version of the attack helicopter with better performance and 2 extra stations on its wingtips to carry AIM-9 or AGM-122 in addition to the Hellfire rockets on the main pylons. Next up, we have a mouthful of a chopper. The CH-53E, the K-Super or the King Stallion, I assume are its various names. It is the most powerful heavy lift helicopter of the United States military and can lift up to 16 tons of equipment, which is enough to lift a LAV, a JLTV or even a HIMARS. Then there is the MH-60 Nighthawk, a naval version of the famous Black Hawk with additional optics and armament on 2 pylons. And then finally there is the mighty MV-22 Osprey, a tilt-rotor aircraft combining the vertical takeoff and landing of a helicopter with the cruise speed of a plane. It can carry 2 full squads of Marines. And as if that wasn't enough stuff, there's still all of the planes and jets to talk about. First up is the AV-8B Harrier II Night Attack. It's a VTOL vertical takeoff and landing aircraft with limited performance and autonomy, usually dedicated to close air support missions because of its slow speed. But its advantage is it can be equipped with a wide array of bombs, rockets and missiles. Then there is the AV-8B Harrier II Plus, a more modern version of the Harrier with better countermeasures that can be equipped with guided bombs and ARAM missiles. Then there is the mighty FA-18C Hornet, single-seater version of the plane dedicated to air superiority, can also be equipped with rocket pods for ground support. Then the FA-18D Hornet, the dual-seater version of the plane dedicated to ground support, with AGM-65 Maverick missiles and unguided bombs. It can also act as a long-range air superiority fighter with a lot of fuel and a few missiles. Then there is the F-14D Super Tomcat, the legendary plane from Top Gun that can be equipped with a wide array of anti-air missiles, including the long-range AIM-54 Phoenix. It is also possible to use this jet for ground attack with the Zuni rockets and a wide array of guided and unguided bombs. Then there is the new F-35C carrier version of the stealth plane. Each of the two bays can carry, in addition to an AMRAAM missile, a bomb up to 2,000 pounds, including the JSOW gliding bomb, or indeed it can carry 4 SDB small diameter bombs. It is also possible to carry one more AMRAAM per bay. The F-35B, the VTOL version of the stealth plane, the additional turbine limits bays to 1,000 pound bombs or 3 small diameter bombs. Then there is the FA-18E Super Hornet, single-seater version, proposing a vast array of air superiority configuration with up to 14 AMRAAM missiles in its heaviest missile truck configuration. Then the F-18F Super Hornet, a dual-seater version orientated towards precision strike with anti-tank missiles and guided bombs. It still carries some air-to-air missiles for self-protection, of course. Then there is the F-18G Growler, dedicated to the destruction of enemy air defense. Its loadout consists of jammers and anti-radiation missiles. And then finally, if that wasn't enough, is the KC-130J. This plane is primarily used to transport and airdrop supplies and troops, and it can be fitted with various Harvest Hawk upgrades like Hellfire missiles and Griffin precision guided bombs. Wow. 12 minutes long, that is one heck of a dev blog, and that is a lot of information we didn't have before on the details of units. I am honestly just blown away with the images as well. I love the artwork on the infantry ones, and then the actual images of everything sort of stacked up so you can see what you can be bringing in. That's also really nice. I like the way they've done that. Everything's very clear. All the upgrade options are very clear. The different variants and, you know, all the jets and everything all nicely lined up. I really like the fact they've included all of that. One thing that I am loving is the actual detail on all of the little models of the infantry when you see them on the screenshot showing off all the vehicles and stuff. Because I mean, like, if you zoom in here on this one, this guy's got an automatic grenade launcher. I mean, the detail on the weapons is fantastic. There's just no confusing what each guy has here. Also really appreciating the guys in the ghillie suit with the sniper rifle and the DMR. But I mean, I could go on for another 2 hours interrogating these images and looking at each vehicle individually. I'm not going to here. This is the dev blog video. Guys, go off, have a good look at all this stuff yourself, interrogate it. Let me know in the comments if you spot anything interesting. But can't wait for the next dev blog. I hope we get them on a regular basis now. Remember, make sure to subscribe. That way you get automatically updated when one of these videos goes up and you're not missing any of the news. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a fantastic holiday season, and I'll see you all for more Broken Arrow in the new year.